Hey guys, I'm Jess. Welcome to my home. It's the beginning of January and I just finished setting up my planner for the new year of 2017. I thought that I would give you a little walkthrough so you can see how I have things set up and maybe give you a few ideas. I use a 3-ring mini binder that I got in the Target dollar spot. Now, I got this last year and they just came out with new stuff for the 2017 year in their dollar spot, and they've changed the rings. It's no longer a standard 3-ring binder. It has 4 rings in it, and I have a feeling they're trying to go more towards like a Filofax type ring system, but it does not have the same rings as a Filofax. So you have to use all of their stuff if you're going to get one of the new binders out of the Target dollar spot. I recommend just getting a 3-ring binder. It's actually a mini binder, so it's half size of a 3-ring binder. You can get them just in the regular section, and then Avery makes all sorts of inserts that you can get. You can get them at Target or Walmart or any other type of store. I have found additional accessory type things on Amazon that Avery makes that usually isn't carried in stores. So this is a great economical way to put together a planner. I always loved the idea of a planner, and I've tried planners in the past and I never stuck with them. And I also have put together different types of like homemaking binders or recipe binders or just different types of binders, and they've never worked for me. And then one day I was watching Samantha on Happily a Housewife, and she was showing her Kiki K binder, and it had so much crafting inserts. That's a Etsy store. And for some reason that just clicked in my head that, hey, I can make my own binder and customize it to what I need. And I can have everything in one spot. And then the way that the So Much Crafting inserts are set up just works for the way my brain works also. They are kind of modeled after an Erin Condren planner, which the Erin Condren planner is not a ring bound binder, so you're kind of set with the pages that they send you. So I went on kind of a search for different planners, and I wasn't finding anything that I liked. The stores have they don't have the Filofax, and even if they did have it, it was really expensive. And that wasn't something that I really wanted to do because I wasn't sure if I was going to stick with it. So going with this 3-ring mini binder system is really a cost-effective way. I just got the binder and I got a few accessories from Target, and then from there I kind of looked at the So Much Crafting inserts, and from there I just went into Excel and made my own inserts and then printed them out and put together my binder. This is my mini binder that I use as a planner set up for the year 2017. This is a binder from the Target dollar spot of 2016. The new ones are a different ring configuration. You can get decorative mini binders in the regular binder and stationery section in Target. Otherwise, you can get just mini binders that are the plain plastic, all one color. You can get them at Target, or you can get other decorative ones other places such as Amazon. So when you first open mine, I have right here is a sheet that has my name and phone number on it, so if I ever lose it, I can get it back. A lot of people will put little decorations onto their planner. This is a little decoration that I got from Michael's. It just hooks right onto the ring here. You can easily just make something yourself too. This is one of the Target dollar spot accessories. As you can see, the original holes were right there and they would not fit in my binder. The new binders have 2 rings like here and here. So what I did was just take a hole punch and punch holes that fit my binder, customized it for myself and my needs. So the first section in my planner is just a place for lists and note-taking. These are the different sections I have in my binder, not necessarily in this order. but different things, parts of my life that I feel like I need to write stuff down, remember stuff, keep track of stuff. So this first section is lists and notes. I have a section for gardening, for food, for calendar, homemaking, exercise, and church. I have just these half pieces of paper, and I will sometimes add like post-it notes in on top. I have all sorts of different lists here, and then I have full-size pieces of paper that I can just jot stuff down as I think of it, or people tell me and I need to remember. My next section is for calendar. I have a folder here that I keep my daughter's school calendar in that I will reference as I write out my different weekly plans. And then I keep a big jumbo clip here that keeps my place for my current week, but I'm going to take it off right now because the first thing I actually have in this section is a list of the holidays for 2017. And then I go from there. I have my weekly plan, and I keep my menu plan for the week, and then my grocery list. So this is an old printout that I had left from last year, but this next year I will be printing double-sided so that my weekly plan has grocery list and on the menu all on the same pages. So then I just have, a couple extra printouts of the weeklies. My next section is homemaking. I have a weekly log of different cleaning activities that I hope to get done every single week. I did put different, I put 4 circles over here because obviously laundry, you kind of tend to do laundry more than once a week. And I definitely have to vacuum more than once a week. So just kind of keeping track of how many times I do that. I have an extra weekly log in here. I wanted to keep track of my spring and fall cleaning. So this is something obviously that I only want to do once or twice a year. And then I have a monthly checklist, things that I want to do once a month. And then I just have some sheets of paper where I can jot down lists. Right here I have a password log because we have to change our passwords so often and there's so many websites I cannot keep track anymore. The next section in my planner is food. So I am working on a recipe book of family recipes, and I just want to, as I'm making things, writing down what I'm making so that I can go through and put those recipes into my recipe book. But this is also a great tool for me so that I have stuff at a glance. So if I'm going to go and do some freezer cooking, this is a lot of the things that I like to keep on hand. I can just glance and say, okay, I want to make this, this, and this. Or I'm making lists of lunches and suppers and breakfasts and side dishes so that when I go to menu plan, I can just glance at the list, get an idea of different sides that I might like to make, and I don't have to sit and think about it for a long time. And then the next section is health. I have a workout log that I'm writing down all my different workouts on. And then I have a water intake log. This is just some different workouts that I do. So I will be adding onto this list. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing with this. It's just something that I want to have written out. Here's a different tracker for a challenge that I was doing with my friends. And then I just have some extra blank pages. The next section is for my church. I am our church secretary, so I do need to keep track of different things. Right here I have a monthly checklist. I will be adding a few things onto here as well. And then I have a list, a to-do list of things that I want to get done at church. Not necessarily stuff that needs done right now or stuff that needs to be done every week, but just extra stuff that I want to get done at some point. Extra pages. The next section, I am a gardener, so I want to have a section where I can keep track of different garden things. Right here I have a garden log for what I'm planting in my garden this year. And then I also do home canning stuff, so I'm going to have a log of different stuff that I canned. I did start a log in 2016, obviously did not keep up with it, but I'm going to go back and look and think about it and think about all what I canned. And so then each year as I add into it, I'll have a list of different things that I did each year and can look back. I also want to start keeping track of different perennials that I have around here. I do have some like fruit trees, so I want to have written down what variety they are, and then a few different varieties of different perennials, flowers around the house as well. Then I just have this in here. I don't have a use for it at the moment, but we'll see. It may get taken out. This is some stickers that I had ordered and I keep in my binder because they are used frequently. I have lots of other stickers that I pull out each week as I plan my week, but these just stay in here. These are from Papery Ever After, and I'm really happy with the quality of these stickers. So these are just some different ones that I, need regularly. And then she had sent just little bonus stickers, so I put those in here. And then I have some page protectors. This is papers that my daughter cut out and wanted me to put in my planner, so I punched them with a paper punch and stuck them in here. And then the last thing that I have is another folder, and I keep coupons in here because I do take my planner with me to the store, so I just have them on hand then. They're not clogging up my purse. And then the last thing I have in here is a section for mailing. So I have stamps and return address labels, and I have envelopes, and then I also have just a blank note card in there so that if I need to send a note, a thank you note or something quickly, I can just pull it out of there and do that. So that is how my planner is set up for 2017. I hope maybe you got a few ideas of a way that you can put together a planner for inexpensive. I will be doing a plan with me so I can show you how I do each week. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Bye.